In this video, we're going to talk about how to use the standard edition of tools to trade different assets. The standard version of tools comes with the chart tool, application, the snapback indicator, and also the session tool, which allows you to make shadow and make custom sessions on your charts. So if you trade different assets, and let's say you only want to trade an asset if the zone was created, the band of supply and demand was maybe created during the New York or London session, you can easily highlight and see that on your charts. And as far as the different types of assets that you can use this on, anything that can be charted on TradeStation, whether it is a stock, an ETF, futures, a crypto, or a Forex, anything you can chart on TradeStation, you can use these tools on. So you can see here that some people might use a snapback indicator when it's showing the red and magenta, showing that price has moved far away from the mean. So this is an additional indicator you can use as an odds enhancer to help you decide when you want to get in and out of a trade. I also have broken bands turned on in this scenario, so you can see that as well. So let me flip you through the different assets so you can see what the charts look like for the different types of assets. So here's a chart for IBM, and you can see that the session tools are currently turned on. And let's say maybe you weren't interested in seeing the session tool. All you need to do is, once you've turned that study on, you can go over here to enable, disable sessions, and you can turn the sessions off. And then that will allow you to kind of declutter your charts if you don't need that to be seen for that specific asset. And if you notice with the IBM, because that is a stock, you only saw the New York session. You did not see the London session. So that will make a difference in your charts as well. If you are an options trader, you can always, if you have a certain number, a fixed set of assets that you look at for options play, you can list them in the radar screen and then link your symbol and interval of your chart to the symbol and interval of your radar screen, and that would allow you to quickly scan through and see if there were supply and demand bands, because you've got the bull and the bear boxes and the impulse and correction. You would be able to see what trend looks like for that asset, as well as you've got the blue lines here, which mark the prior trend and show you where you are in that prior trend. Are you high in the prior trend or low in the prior trend? And that may affect your decision as to whether you want to go long or short on that asset. And then you can also see that you have the snapback indicator here as well. You can run scans if you have certain settings that you like to look for on an asset, as far as average daily volume, the price, things of that nature. You could create your scan for your specific set of rules and then create that scan. And once you get that scan run, you can then just copy this list of symbols over into your radar screen, and then you can quickly go through each of the different charts and see if anything is in an appropriate location that might meet your trade rules and the rules for what type of options and strategy you want to undertake with that asset. So here's an example of what the Bitcoin looks like, and you might want to turn on, one of your sessions, and that, so you can quickly and easily do that. And then you can see, okay, here's the bands that were formed during the New York session. And so if that's one of your rules, you could use that to easily see those so that you know what bands were formed when. And then you can see your snapback down here as well. So pretty much the key here is to remember is anything you can chart on TradeStation, you can use these tools on. And hopefully that'll help give you some ideas about how to use the standard chart tool suite and to kind of marry it with your trade plan and your trading rules. Learn more about tools for traders at sndsoftware.com.